How are you even awake right now, Commander?
I only sleep, like 3 hours a day since I was a little kid. Don't make a thing out of it. Everyone's always weird about it. Let's just move on.
Okay, sir. In other news, the initial inspection is going well. We found a few more flaws that might cause problems in active duty. Would you like to see the final paint job?
By the darkest grin of Arlo, I've never wanted anything so much as seeing the Vengeance in all its proper glory. Lead away. Cam gestured for the tech to show him the Corvette he'd spent the better part of 2 months pouring his entire life force directly into.
As they walked towards the gate, the tech turned back to banter with his commander. How did the lectures go, sir?
Better than I expected at first. The kids really put their minds to the task. It was eye-opening to see all their different solutions for doing the things we thought we had perfected. Did the design team decide on a color scheme yet? I know they were having trouble on that.
You don't know yet, sir? They had that in place before they finished the head. Didn't you sketch the original plans? I'm sure they worked from them to figure out a solution.
Oh, that was just a few quick drawings, just doodles, nothing more. I spent most of my time in main power and ops, so much of it lost in the wires and conduits. So much.
Well, I'm very sure, Commander, that you'll be at least pleased with what they've come up with. The young tech paused to flourish as he pressed the button to open the dry dock doors, revealing the ship Cam and his engineers had poured so much of their lives right into.
Cam couldn't help but feel the awe and splendor as the graceful outlines of the Vengeance warcraft came into view. At 115 meters long, 70 meters wide at the widest points of its pectoral fins, 60 meters tall at its dorsal fin. And in case you recognize those terms, yes, Cam had designed this Corvette, like most of his ships, to be as beautiful as it is functional, and it takes the form of a massive shark, stalking the waters of the deepest abysses of space, designed to strike terror into the hearts of all enemies to Jackal's sovereignty. He's magnificent, a monstrous leviathan that will stab fear right into the soul of those blocky ship-flying bastards stealing our territory. Cam practically drank in the black background, highlighted by random splotches of purple, and stark white hexagons partially revealed under the random patterns of purple and black above them.
The tech clicked on the comm, with a sly grin creeping across his face. Switch to the other hues. The paint scheme flickered and shifted to an orange, white, and black pattern, and then to a red, black, and gold, both similar in design to the first. Of course, the design team had many arguments about which crosshead from ancient lore to mimic. Eventually, a compromise was reached. The young man gestured to the skin color shifting warship. They just made it so that the three favored were possible. Of course, if you want to modify it a bit, you should be able to get any paint job you want to present.
I see they finally worked out the kinks in the horizontal part of the head. When was that finished? Cam pointed to the vertical and horizontal head of the ship that gave it its name, the Crosshead, as a class of warships.
Weapons finally figured out your design last week. I think they worked for several days and finished up some of the last few problems last night or something. I could check if you want. No? Okay, let's move on.
That cross-beam laser is going to hurt a lot of Sildarum sensibilities. I just can't believe I'm seeing it. I'm looking right at it, and I still can't believe we came together and did this in so short a time. Even if we did go over by another month, still look at this thing, it's crazy.
Well, technically it's not really finished. Most of the launchers still have to be installed, so other than the cross laser, he's still mostly toothless.
Just remembering the lessons we learned from building him. We're going to do even greater things so very soon.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we finished up the report on the possible production line for future crossheads. You want me to pass it on to Bitterrock?
Make a copy and send it down to Bitterrock, but Cam's with me now, and we can go over the plan as I give him the grand tour.
Cam was still enraptured by the view of his missile corvette. He's a horrible monstrosity from myth. Will do wondrous damage to Sildarum Pride with more weapons like this. And it's just the start. There's so much more work to be done. Cam gazed lovingly down at the fruit of their combined labors, knowing this was just the start.